When a friend or family member is in need, sometimes the greatest gift we can give is to feed them in more than one way, but that homemade meal, I think, goes far. It's one of the oldest and I'll say purest acts of love, dinner delivered directly to their front door by someone who cares. Our friend Leigh Anne Wilkes is joining me today in the kitchen with a concept that puts this whole idea of food delivery and food gifting into a little formula, making it doable and hopefully allowing us to do it more. It's great to see you.
Thanks.
I'm willing to guess you're someone who does this a lot, shows up at the door with a good meal.
I've done my share.
You've done your share. I can think of you in this role. I have an Aunt Les who is wonderful at this, who shows up after every baby. It means
Kind
so
of love
much.
language.
It means
feeding people
so much when you think about a thoughtful meal and how I can serve people. Why do you
Right.
think it matters so much?
Well, because I think food brings comfort.
Yeah.
It just brings comfort. It makes people feel better.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
You've coined this the dinner train. What does that mean?
What it means is generally a dinner train is when an individual or a group of people, a congregation, a neighborhood, a family kind of come together to help provide meals for somebody who needs a little bit of comfort, who needs a little bit of help.
It's the group effort.
Right.
So one person's car and the train delivers Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
and just kind of
and
grows.
it ripples out. You're going to help us, I don't want to say streamline this process because it does become individual for the need and the family.
Absolutely.
But you are going to make it easier. And I was telling you in the green room today, I'm so eager to hear your advice and your tips because I'd like to be the person, like my Aunt Les, like you, who is equipped to do this. I think I'd do it more if I was ready to do it.
Absolutely. If you had some recipes you knew that you could turn to that didn't require a lot of prep and a lot of work, you had the stuff there in your home. Because you need to make it easy for you, too, so that you're going to want to do it, so that it doesn't become a burden.
Yeah, when that sign-up sheet goes around on Sunday, I'm the first one to sign my name. Yeah. What recipes do you recommend as a good deliverable gift?
For me, I like to use a recipe I know my family loves.
Yeah.
Something that I'm comfortable making, that I've made over and over again, that I know we enjoy. So that's kind of usually where I go first, is those comfort food recipes that my family loves.
Can you give us an example of one?
Today we're doing a deconstructed enchilada.
Okay.
Or enchilada casserole, but you know. And this is just one my mother used to make.
Oh, I love
that. And so when I make it, when I eat it, when I share it, it reminds me of my mom.
Okay.
And so we're going to start using a disposable pan that we're going to just layer some tortillas in the bottom. So basically it's all the elements of a chicken enchilada, but it makes it easier and quicker to go together.
Okay.
We're going to put half of this.
Can I help you?
Yeah, just put half of it on the bottom.
Okay.
And this is actually half of the recipe because now I'm making half to share with someone, then I have the other half to feed my family tonight.
Now there's the selfish angle.
So that works, you know.
Win-win.
All right, and then we're just going to take this cheese and we will spread half of it.
And that's the good cheese.
On top,
You know what? The older I get, the more particular I am about certain things in life, and cheese is now one of those. I want the good cheese.
It'd be a cheese snob.
Yep.
Yep. Half of black olives. Then we're just going to layer again more tortilla.
I see.
And this is just a combination of ground beef. You could use ground turkey, ground chicken, some enchilada sauce, some tomatoes, a little garlic, some onion that I've just cooked and simmered for about 20 minutes till it thickened up.
Yeah,
and then we're going to add more cheese. The remaining olives.
I just licked my finger, and I've worried people at home. I will not bring you a meal after I've licked my finger. I will wash my hands.
And a little green onion. And then it is ready to package up. Now, I always like to check with the people, do they want me to bring the food baked, ready to set on the table and eat?
Okay.
Or do they want to bake it themselves? Sometimes people even want to be able to stick it in their freezer so they have it for later. Something like this is perfect for all of those scenarios.
And you know what I would say? If you're on the receiving end of that, don't be shy, right? About specifying and laying it out because someone is willing and like dancing in the corner, like put me in, coach, just say when you want it, say how you want it.
And if there's something your kids just won't eat, let me know because I don't want to go to all the effort to prepare something, a pasta dish, and they hate pasta.
Yeah. Yep.
Or if there's dietary restrictions.
Right.
It's always good to find out.
So you could bake this, take it warm, or you could write the instructions like you've done.
I've always liked to put the instructions so they know, no questions, I know exactly what they need to do. And
what else do you have packaged up?
Well, I always I included a little salad, and I take everything they're going to need. The salad dressing, any little toppings. I've labeled everything.
Awesome.
Some chips and salsa for fun. A little bit of sweet, a little cake. And maybe not with this meal, but other meals, if I've got time, I like to bake a loaf of homemade bread because to me nothing says comfort more than warm homemade bread.
Oh, it's a food blanket, right? That just
it is.
wraps
Actually,
around
just wraps
you.
up, says I love you.
And yeah, I like that you've thought about the meal from start to finish. Again, that thoughtfulness, that care means just as much, if not more, as the food. Let's talk packaging. This is where I could use some tips on what to have on hand to make this kind of delivery easier.
Well, I strive to always take the meal and nothing that needs to be returned.
Okay.
Because I don't want to create work for them.
Yeah.
So the grocery store, the dollar store, restaurant supply places, Amazon. I pick up foil containers, deli containers.
These are great.
Yes,
I wouldn't have thought of these.
These are awesome. Different size deli containers, so Ziploc baggies.
Yeah.
Nothing needs to come back to me. If perchance you do have to take something in a glass dish, something that needs to be returned, make sure it's labeled.
Yeah.
Tell them you'll be back to pick it up in a couple days.
Yep.
So.
Again, it's that thoughtfulness,
Right.
right? That thoughtfulness that you're putting into every step that matters, and I think demonstrates the care you're trying to show. Leigh Anne, thank you so much. Are you going to share this recipe with us on your website?
That is on my website, and I've got actually a whole list of recipes of things I like to take when I'm going to share a meal with someone.
And you know what I love? I love taking bits of conversations we have here and ingraining them into my life, and now I will forever call it the dinner train, thanks to you. So I love it. More successful dinner trains. How do we find you online?
YourHomeBasedMom.com.
YourHomeBasedMom.com will link you from our website. Leigh Anne, thank you so much.